Alright, hello. Welcome back everybody. Another Thursday, another Eversio game. From the calendar I've seen that it's not actually consistent always Mondays and Thursdays, but the times that they are, you better watch out. So at least tune in on those days. There should be announcement always on the Discord. Otherwise guys, I hope you're having a great week in general, and yeah, it's good to be back. We're coming off a 2-0 win from the last Monday we played together, and they were quite formidable opponents. This time, let me see the current lineup of Eversio. You always need to check with Eversio because every single game they are changing it up. So let's see, we have, so Iglos is back in the top lane here, and we have Iconic and Hido under the account Retebeb, I hope I'm saying that right. So yeah, we have Iconic and Hido on the bot lane, Iglos top, Varsal jungle, and Mahanix in the mid lane. It's a very strong Eversio lineup, of course. Last time we saw Awaken replace Iglos for his own reasons. Iglos could not be there to play, and he is here today. So let's see how this one will go. We're soon going to get into the draft, and let's see what to expect here. Our opponents today, they're also, of course, as you can imagine, from the UKL, high elo players, right? So better watch out, and let's see what Eversio can do. Oh, this one. The wrong buttons, guys. Alright. So, here we go with the bans. And it seems like Eversio are missing some bans due to maybe subbing out too late, as these are usually the UK rules. Hello Lemon, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you as always. And yeah. Zyra ban, very interesting here from Spawnpeek. To be quite honest with you, I have no idea why you would want to ban Zyra against Eversio. I don't know if any one of them has been spamming it. Maybe Varsal has had some games. It's a strong champion in the right hands, good CC, can definitely negate a lot of melee champions in the meta. We also see the Varus ban here from Spawnpeek, targeting out the potential flex between mid lane and AD carry, although I don't think Eversio played this combination. So from what I'm seeing from Spawnpeek, I don't think they're doing all the best sort of scouting when it comes to their bans against Eversio. Meanwhile here we're banning Mundo and Wukong. Although Eversio won against the Mundo last Monday, it was still a very strong pick, and I can understand that if Spawnpeek have maybe a top or a jungler that plays this champion, it might be something you want to get rid of. So let's see what will be the first pick here from Eversio. We're on blue side this time, so should be seeing something strong, maybe in the AD carry position, or maybe it's just gonna be Ornn for Igloss. He is comfortable taking Ornn blind. It used to be the auto win champion for Eversio, but there's been a couple of rough matches where we weren't able to secure the W on this pick, but a solid champion in the hands of Igloss always, Ornn. So let's see here. Spawnpeek respond with Volibear Ahri. Usually you see the Xin Zhao paired with the Ahri, but Volibear has similar abilities as well, good healing and rotations. We should be seeing maybe sort of an enchanter support with this pairing. But great pick potential currently from Spawnpeek, great skirmish. How do Eversio respond here? We see the Orianna picked up. Now I was corrected last week that apparently Ahri does not win into Orianna, although the couple of times I've seen it, it has usually been Ahri favored. But if it is the case here, we should be seeing Mechanics having an easier time with the Orianna than he did with Ahri in this matchup. So should be Eversio favorite from what we can tell. And the next pick here is gonna be that Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao Orianna, strong combination together. Xin Zhao enables the Orianna ult here. We have the Ornn for the long range engage. So far Eversio have got a really strong engage and follow up in their combination here. Let's see what Spawnpeek go for. They choose the Trundle, which could be going in the top lane or jungle. Volibear and Trundle could change apart. I'd assume Trundle is going top lane. Volibear being picked earlier in the draft usually does go better in the jungle position, but we'll have to see here. Trundle will be very strong to sort of deter either Xin Zhao or Ornn, who are going in and become very tanky off of them and making them very squishy. He could also use the pillar to help disconnect the front engage from the backline as well. So Trundle here could be used in good hands as well. Usually Trundle picked as well as a Xin Zhao counter. So these are all the things that are kind of going hand in hand. Let's see what are the next choices. We see Zeri banned here against Hido. Of course, even the Jinx, they make very they make a lot of sense as two picks against Hido. He's very comfortable carrying games and going into that late game scenario. Eversio are also very comfortable as playing against, playing as Protect Mr. President. So let's see here. We see the Rel bans as well. Last ban here for Eversio, very critical support AD carries left. We see the Caitlyn ban. Caitlyn very strong in lane, highest range AD carry, doesn't really have any bad matchups currently. Let's see last picks here for Spawnpeek. They will be blinding Samira, of course, AD carry blind, nothing special. Personally, I don't like Samira here. I think she requires a lot more setup. Corki, kind of similar to the Samira, but Corki has a bit better of a game rotation. He doesn't necessarily need to go into 5 people, right? So Corki here is the AD carry of choice, bringing a lot of damage, a lot of AoE to the table. And I'd imagine they want an enchanter support like the Nami or the Lulu to go with the Corki to help him peel. Let's see here what Eversio go for. They're thinking about Xayah, which I can see the vision for, but I think Spawnpeek don't really have a lot of engage. To be fair though, anything they try to do is very frontal. Trundle walks at you, Volibear walks at you, Ahri kind of wants to look for that charm, right? And Xayah can then ult to stop any form of engage, which Spawnpeek has very little of. With Rakan pairing as well, so Rakan will definitely be a great utility with the Orianna, with the Zinza, with the Ornn to sort of re-engage, and Zac can do that self-peel thing. So I really like Eversio's comp as a whole, looks very well organized and can play off of each other, right? We'll get later into the individual picks before we get into it. Let's talk a bit here. The Nami, as predicted, being picked up here. Nami does really well with Volibear, with these kinds of champions that kind of heal. To be fair, Eversio could have used something like an enchanter here, but Rakan also fits the bill. Zinza won't be a highlight of this match apart from delivering the Orianna ball, right? But he won't have those crazy pop-off moments like I would anticipate this Volibear to have, thanks to all that healing. So, as the players get into the match, let's talk a bit about the individual matchups here and the overall team fight expectancy. Yeah, so starting off in the top lane, Ornn versus, well, can we know from now who's going where? Alright, we'll find out later who's going where, because I'm not sure if it's going to be Trundle or Volibear in the top lane. I'll cover both sides of it, of course, but they essentially are the same champion in the sense of the Ornn matchup, right? Ornn will just kind of hover and not really engage. He doesn't want to take long ranges against Trundle, against Volibear. So Aiglos just wants to kind of hang out, get his XP, get the items for his teams, and play around his ultimate ability in the team fights and help his team pop off, right? So it's gonna be, in terms of laning phase, both Trundle and Volibear are not good for Aiglos, so I'll imagine he'll just, they're not, like he's not in risk at all. He shouldn't be able to be that far engaged on, right? So Aiglos should be able to take the trade and then scale into that mid to late game that Ornn has over sort of like the Trundle or Volibear, which are like very straightforward champions in that sense, right? The only issue here is maybe if Trundle is in the top lane, he gets extremely ahead somehow, like they really pressure Aiglos, who will mostly be under tired this game. This Trundle could really push down the lane, as Eversio wants to team fight, right? They want to full stack. Trundle can take the opportunity to stay out of range, get the push, and the team that Spawnpeek have is very good at staying at range and getting those picks. We'll get on to that a bit later as well. So the Trundle here getting very ahead is something we don't want to see against Eversio. Moving on to the jungle matchup, Xin Zhao against, again, we have this potentially Volibear or Trundle, but luckily they both kind of fit the same niche, except Trundle is a bit slower in the clear speed, right? So in that sense, I think Xin Zhao doesn't do the greatest into both of them. He could look to counter gank. If both Volibear and Trundle use all their abilities, Xin Zhao could come in and could look for a counter gank. But if not, well, in a straight up 1v1, both Volibear and Trundle should out DPS and out heal the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao of course does scale a lot better, but in general these champions are both used to kind of shut down the engager. Now if they play too far forward, Xin Zhao is great, right? If Volibear and Trundle overcommit, Xin Zhao will be able to decide when he goes in and when to knock up, and will be able to combo that with a teammate, right? So that's the reasoning I have here. So let's call it a 60-40 or like a 55, you know, 65 or whatever the number would be. But like very close, but slightly in favor of Spawnpeek in terms of like early game dragon priority, if they play it smart, right? So yeah, moving on here into the mid lane, Orianna Ahri. Orianna has the better range. Orianna also has item options that will outscale Ahri, you know, like the magic resist boots. Ahri kind of wants to sort of go in and deal a ton of damage, and Orianna has the sustain for it as well, and has the range. So Orianna scales better as well. The only issue I see here for Orianna in this matchup is perhaps the earlier levels up to level 3-4, where Orianna is very slow to get started in the map. Ahri can see to land a couple of abilities and get lane priority. Also, Orianna without flash is a very easy target for the Ahri and for the Trundle or Volibear potentially here, right? So the Orianna has tools, but you need to be clever with them, right? So it depends on the Orianna here and the positioning without flash. This could be very Orianna favored. I mean, wait a second, I'm talking about mechanics, right? My bad, guys. Okay, so yeah, mechanics, he's known for his spacing as well. So he will for sure position accordingly as he needs to. So yeah, that's gonna be like a 70-30 here for mechanics in the mid lane. And let's go on now into the bot lane matchups here. Xayah Rakan versus the Corki Nami. Now, it's not only any Xayah Rakan, right? It's iconic and it's Hido. So some of the best we got to offer, right? And they're on the table. So they're gonna be playing in the bot lane with a very traditional comp here, Xayah Rakan against Nami Corki. Small trades, Nami Corki favored just because of the healing factor. But in terms of, oh no, you've overstepped your boundaries, definitely Xayah Rakan, right? You got the knockup, you got the root from the Xayah, the steroid as well to deal damage. But yeah, I mean, one bad thing that could go wrong is Nami Bubble could definitely interrupt Rakan's plans. But you know, Rakan has the option to go in and he also has the option to come out, so there's a lot of things like that at play. Range wise, both AD carries are at similar range as well, so it's hard to say who will sort of be able to outplay in that sense. But you know, he manages to find not only amazing CS numbers, he also finds these really intelligent trades in the lane. Even in losing matchups, he's able to always consistently come out like maybe an auto attack ahead, right? And that's what gives him the advantage in lane. So far, we've not seen them lose a lane once, and when played excellently, their combinations have gotten Eversio ahead. So I would once again here favor Iconic and Hido here in the bot lane for sure in this matchup. But as we said, you know, maybe early push, early trades. I think Spawnpeek have good combination in Nami Corki. They have a bit maybe of a bigger burst in the all-in, right? And if they can reposition without getting rooted or knocked up, it could go in their favor as well, right? So we've got a minute to go, guys, a minute of me talking about this. I hope you're enjoying the cast and the stream so far. If you have any comments, now is the time to talk about it, because once we get into the game, that's it, right? So we'll have to wait and see. As a whole, what these teams want, you know, we talked about the matchup, so I assume Varsal kind of wants to hover around his mid lane when Mechanics doesn't have flash, and he wants to of course play towards his bot side to get Hido ahead, so that they can control this bot lane a lot better. Corki only has like very small windows where he can go in. If Hido gets ahead, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? But Varsal here definitely hanging out, not really full-on engaging unless they know where the junglers are, right? Because if he overcommits, Trundle comes in, pillars and whatnot, it is going to be Trundle jungle and Volibear is going top, because I can see the lobby being made, right? So yeah, if Xin Zhao overcommits, Trundle drops pillar, he gets his AD removed, he gets slowed, and then Xin Zhao has no escapes, right? So a bad play early on for Varsal could be really devastating for Eversio's mid game. They will not have a jungler to contest. Varsal really needs to find that like one or two good counter ganks and gets ahead a bit, so that then the Trundle will kind of not really be a thing, right? It really gets outscaled very quickly. The benefit is just in how you use that pillar and who's getting the ultimate ability, right? So let's see how it goes as we get into the game. Good luck, Eversio, and let's see another W. Alright. Do we have sound? We have sound. We don't have sound. Alright, here we go. Sorry about that. Alright. So we're in the game. Finally. So I was saying before that a win con could be this Trundle getting ahead in the top lane. Of course, that's not going to be the case. Volibear getting ahead though could be a bit problematic. Could just run through all of Eversio's comp, and then he would get rooted though, or charmed or whatnot. So, you know, I think overall comp wise, Eversio really drafted a strong combination of utility and damage. So it's gonna be really a hard nut to crack. I only see potential ways out here for Spawnpeek if they're able to really outplay the early game here and snowball this game. their combination might be strong, but even if you charm someone late game, the follow-up from Eversio will just be really, really strong. They have the Ornn ult from range, they have the Rakan ult, right? And with the mobility Rakan has to offer, the flash as well available. Orianna move speed, Orianna ultimate. There's just so much going on in Eversio's comp. While, you know, Spawnpeek, they have good stuff. But I think once their stuff lands, in this case like the charm or the pillar, and some damage from the Corki, right? They're kind of really spent, and then Eversio just go all in on you. So Spawnpeek definitely need to snowball this one. Might have missed here the Volibear invade. Try to see where Varsal is. He does not find the enemy jungler. Bossman Tang goes back to top lane. So yeah, Iglos here, as predicted, doesn't really want to look for the trace, but he does overcommit here. He does not land the knock-up on the Q. And he will be chunked to half health here, losing a ton of mana and resource as well. Not really in the best position to be in starting off the lane. Iconic tries to find a cheeky knock-up there. We see Iglos here committing to the knock-up as well. A lot of knock-ups here on Eversio. But so far, no aggression meets its end in this game. We'll see Varsal being second to the Scuttle Crab. Trundle will be able to secure it. And this should pinpoint a potential gank on Mechanics. They know that the Scuttle Crab just got taken. The ping goes out and Mechanics is in trouble. We see Iglos as well in the top side, falling down for first blood, and Mechanics does go down. The counter gank opportunity here from Varsal. The attempt is made, but he better watch out. He's really close to his lifeline here. Let's see, alright. A nice quick reset for Eversio there. Down 2 kills, but it's not the end yet. We did not really get a good sight of what happened at the top side. But a lot of health and resources traded early. And now here Iglos could be in a bit of trouble here. He could get his wave frozen in. He was trying desperately there to push it in. But he just might get it done. Meanwhile in the bot lane, you see the attempts being made, but they're not meeting. And so far CS though, Mechanics throughout this entire series has really CS'd beautifully. He's really been competent at sort of managing to out CS his opponents. So far up 8 CS. See in the bot lane as well, Hido with the 7 CS lead. These small wins will amount to something here. As we see, they were initially up 1k gold, and now Spawnpeek are only up 700. Let's see, the level 6 is hit here on the Volibear. Iglos knows well to respect it. And we see Dragon getting spawned here, the pings coming out. Varsal does manage to find the Trundle here, and he has backup from Iconic. Ooh, the W lands, but the heal, oh, the flash used from Varsal to land the kill on the Trundle. This could secure a Hextech Dragon. And Iglos meanwhile in the top lane uses his ult and gets a lot of damage on Bossman 10, finds the solo play while being behind the kill. With Ornn against the Volibear matchup, how does he do it? The Iglos special. Mechanics with the sidestep, living up to his name. Not only dodges the charm there, but also turns up the aggression, forcing Zephyr to ult away. Eversio with the turnaround. 2 kills up each, and now get the dragon as well. They're sitting comfortably here, moving into the to the early mid game, I would say. Let's see. We should have a bit of a quiet moment here before the Void Grab spawn. And as I say that, Iconic still fishing. He's trying to find these knockups, but it's not an easy task. The move speed from Nami passive just makes it a lot harder to land. Varsal getting closer to his first item here. He also had a nice BF sword recall by Hido. It's always nice when you can recall with 1.3k as an AD carry. Versus the tier double longsword for Corki here. Let's see. Items across the board. We have Bramble Vest completed for Iglos in the top lane as well. That's going to be a big help against this Volibear. Let's see. Grubs will soon spawn. We see Iconic here. Tries to find the aggression. Forces the flash of this Nami. Looking strong, Eversio. So, Void Grabs will be spawning in around 20 seconds here. There they are. 20 seconds goes by when you're having fun, right? So let's see. Should be an easy contest here. We see Trundle is recalling just now, but he's gonna be late for them. See Zephyr here roaming around to try and find the enemy jungler, but they are aware that he's not on Raptors. Which procs the Trundle invade here. I mean, if you're losing Raptors for Void Grabs, that's more than fair. And now Eversio are aware that Trundle took the Raptor camp. Varsal will hold out here and wait for the Scuttle Crab, giving him a slight camp advantage, which is exactly what he needs after getting his camp stolen. Till the next dragon, we shouldn't be having too much action here. First items will be soon completed as well. We might find a tempo play if one side or the other starts building items ahead of the other team. But so far, we're a little bit close to it. We see Varsal recalling actually. He might be able to pick up his Sundered Sky at this point. And dragon will be spawning in a minute. So watch out for that too. Where can you see oh wait. Oi, the flash from Bossman 10 there. Iglos laying down the pressure. Gets a flash for his ult, take that any day. Time to feast. Just message me after the game. I'll find them for you. They're on an Excel somewhere or on a Discord. It's it's not easy to find. Let's see. Most notably here, Iglos having a fun time in the top lane. Not really allowing this Volibear to play. He's gonna chase him out of the lane. Oh, he flashes forward and W's. Wow, that's a solo kill. And there's the shockwave from Mechanics. He gets two, but Varsal goes down in the end. A bit of mispositioning here. Eversio were very scattered on this fight, let's be real. Iconic and Hido weren't even in this fight. And Mechanics and Varsal just getting collapsed on by 4 here, just before the dragon spawning. And it's an Earth Dragon, not really one you want to lose. There, it's the aggression from Iconic. Hido gets the kill on Nami. Can we find more? Corki pushing you with max Conqueror stacks. And he keeps it stacked. Oh, the ult used by Hido to clear the wave. And there's the Mountain Dragon, a very important Drake this game when you got the Yorn and Trundle matchup. So Dragon does go into the hands of Spawnpeek. Let's see here. Hopefully Eversio here will adapt and be able to come together in the next place. Surprisingly here, the Corki has been able to keep up in CS, which is not a common thing during these UKL games. Now Iglos needs to pay attention here, despite this Volibear being down a kill. As a Volibear goes, you know, sometimes there's memes about it. Oh, what's this? One moment. As I see one of the better plays in this match. Mahanix ulting the wave and getting Zephyr into the tower range. He trades ult for ult and gets the wave in. A nice little trade there. So yeah, Volibear, that kind of champion, you know, once he gets going in a long extended play, he can definitely out-trade you. Alright, we see Varsal here. There's the Rakan ult engage. Knock up 2. Flash used by Varsal, but both flashes will be consumed here by Spawnpeek. Meanwhile, Hido and Iconic both have their own flash for the next play. They will know to remember this. Varsal doing well here to alleviate pressure from his bot lane. Iglos in a bit of a dangerous spot here. He should know he might get ganked, right? He's the last man standing here on map. Let's see here. Mahanix walks into the mid lane. And we see a very deep ward placed by the Trundle. And I assume that's a very dead Iglos once Scuttlecrab gets taken. I hope Iglos has the sense to notice this. We see Varsal coming off base. Straight into the Scuttlecrab, and Trundle is pinged. Iglos should be warned in time. Meanwhile in the mid lane here, Mahanix gets engaged on. The Spirit Fire is used. Iglos tries his best to find his way out of this one. He used the E on the Trundle pillar to break it down, but it's not in time for Varsal to come out. And there's the Ornn ult used as well in time. He will not get the second activation of it, and he will go down for the play here. Meanwhile in the mid lane, we saw Mahanix use his flash here actually to dodge out the RE damage. So I'm not too sure what happens in this matchup. It looked tough when Mahanix played it, but it's looking a lot different here for Zephyr. Oh, there's a flash. Charm landed. Oh no, Mahanix going down. A bit all over the place in this game, Eversio. And Varsal is getting run down currently. It's just kind of how the Trundle matchup goes. We see Iglos meanwhile in the top lane as well. Having a bit of trouble. But he does manage to disengage in time. Let's see. I mean, it might look a bit dire than this, but the goal advantage is not that far. It's only around 1.5k. Meanwhile, Rift Herald was secured here by the Trundle. Oh, Iglos gets ulted by the Volibear. And he will be able to disengage. Oh no, the flash used by Volibear. Iglos forced to flash. And he will be able to disengage that. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, ults used sparingly across both sides. And Hido will be able to push in the wave. We see Ari as well on rotation here. And Eversio no better to back off here. Both Hido and Iconic will be starting their recalls. Oh, there, the unique interaction between Rakan and Zaya to be able to recall together. Iconic blocks the missile from Corki and then recalls with Hido. And there's the second dragon picked up by Spawnpeek. Whereas you're finding a bit of a hard time here to find these engages. They have a few more seconds here before enemy flashes come back up. And they still haven't found the play. Aigos as well in the top side here has been doing a good job at keeping this Volibear at bay. And he should be able to scale. Oh, the damage across the board here being quite mighty from Spawnpeek's bot lane. Oh, Varsal got spotted on a ward there. Eversio sweeped everywhere but did not sweep through lane. Oh, a nice charm landed by Zephyr. Common face in the UKL, Zephyr. He returns back to the UKL once more. See here, Igos goes forward on the Nami, but the efforts there to delay will be effective as Eversio go on the mid lane turret. We see a big engage here on the Corki, and we managed to find him deep. Can we get the shot down? There it is! As Hero picks it up, Iconic walks away with the heal. And that's how you would expect this. Oh no! Cover your eyes, guys, you don't want to see this one. It doesn't end nicely for Varsal. Oh, Iconic running away as well. He goes down. Zephyr's on a killing spree. Hilo flashes forward, gets the shutdown. Uses the ult defensively here on the Nami. But he will not be getting out that one. That's a 3-4-2 exchange here in the bot side. Igos dying earlier in the play here. Also means the Volibear took the turret. A bit of a gold swing here. But we're still in that 1.4k deficit. It's really not gotten accelerated out of hand. We're still doing quite well. And Hido picked up a lot of gold there, finishing his Infinity Edge. Oh no, Mechanics here caught a bit out of guard. That Trundle just runs him down. He's now unstoppable. Who's gonna take down this Trundle, I wonder? We need a lot of damage to come out of Eversio. Let's see here. Rift Herald has been spawned. And it will be used to run down this mid lane. This might be a bit of a tricky spot. Oh no! Iconic and Hido were not expecting this positioning. The blast plan there does get them in danger. Iglos lands the fadeaway ult, but it's not really something he can capitalize on. And there's the mid lane tier 2. Now Iglos is in danger as he's on the side. This is looking a bit rough at the moment. Varsal here on the offensive. He does manage to find the shutdown on the Volibear. So he does trade 1-for-1. Iglos though, still having a bit of a hard time here finding his tempo on the side lane. And there's the third dragon soul point now for Spawnpeek. Let's see here. How do we turn this around? We need an overextended team fight from Spawnpeek, and then Eversio go Power Rangers on them. With Hido DPSing everyone. I mean, Hido has the Trinity, right? He has the Yuntal, Lord Dom's Infinity Edge, and Infinity Edge is upgraded as well. Varsal goes down. Iconic engages. There's the Orianna ult. It hits 3, but it's all segmented. They're just not together. And down goes Hido as a triple kill for Zephyr. It's just the teamwork is not there. Not at the moment. No, Iglos sends the ult. Bossman 10 running away. Mechanics can give some move speed here. Oh, the knockup does not land. And Bossman 10 just runs away, slows him down. Just enough time for his team to get Baron. Call it a day. Let's see. We need a lot more AP here from Mechanics. Someone needs to help Hido on dishing out the damage. Right now Varsal, it's just the way Zinzao plays, right? We talked about this in draft. He doesn't have like an enchanter support or stuff. He can't really get rotations through. Yeah, and Iglo's getting caught again here. On the side, they are not respecting the rundown potential here of Trundle. We see Volibear though, kind of doing the same. These dirty top laners. They're all one of the same kin, I swear. And yeah, I mean, so yeah, with only Hido's really dishing out damage at the moment. We need Mechanics to build at least 2 more items, 3 more items here. He needs the Rabadon Shadow Flame Void stuff on what he has already. So yeah, it's gonna be either a really long game, or we're just not gonna be dishing out any damage here. Oh no, he does in trouble, guys. But here comes backup. Go, go, power, Versio. Alright, we get one. At least one, no? There's the Ornald from long range. Hits the snipe, gets two. Well, at the very least, no one goes down on Eversio despite being down 7k gold currently. But this is a bit of trouble here because Eversio don't have flash, don't have ults. And the dragon is here. It's a dragon soul as well. Oh no, the dragon is spawning. And Eversio can't contest it. It's also a wind dragon to top it off. It's the strongest dragon to get in terms of soul and winning the game ratio. Let's see. Will this be the last push? There's the Orianna Shockwave. 2 hit. There's Hido dealing the damage. Is this the overcompetitive fight? Iconic goes white. He gets the charm. He finds an army. Here comes Iglos with the ult. So far we're 1 up. Here comes Zephyr on the side. Eversio need to react quickly here. Iconic goes down. Zephyr is unstoppable. Varsal takes a lot of damage. And Iglos is in the end return here. Falls down. And Spawnpeek get the turret and also force the flash from Mechanics. The hope is there, but we're just not meeting the mark at the moment. Let's see here. Varsal should at the very least be a lot more tankier. He has finished that holy trinity of items here, the Sterax, Dead's Dance and Standard Sky. So it'll be a lot more tough to take down. We see the dead bush here being attempted by Spawnpeek. Iglos is here. Varsal goes in. Iconic. Ooh, finds the backline now. But he will fall down. Iglos does not get the knock up. Hido is finding it hard to attack here. Alright guys, close your eyes, it'll be over in the next minute. Oh, Hido finds one. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, so game 1 goes for Spawnpeek. Go grab your popcorn, guys. Grab some Coca-Cola or maybe a tea. Let's see how game 2 goes. Alright, GG's, Spawnpeek. So guys, we'll be going on a quick pause. Hopefully Eversio can bring it together. A rough game to watch, honestly. We had the tools to win this match. It's just bad coordination and some decisions here and there. Otherwise, if they can wrap it up for game 2, keep their spirits, and maybe we can deliver a win and be it at 1-1. Let's see. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we are indeed back once again, and hey, it's gonna be game 2 soon. So, we had some time to think about things, right, to re-strategize and Eversio. Hopefully now we'll get it back together as we'd come to expect from our golden team Eversio. They looked so well on Monday, and they just look a bit desynchronized today, that's all. I don't think they played any particularly bad, just if the decisions taken were were like more in unison, I'm sure the result would have been a lot better. Alright, so hopefully we can identify that as a team. It's not really something big to change, like, right? It's a very small thing to work on. You can definitely change that between games. So yeah, let's see. Waiting on the draft to start. Not sure. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, let me swap over. So here we go. We still have that Zyra ban we saw 7. Hello Danico. Welcome, happy Thursday to you. Salute, salute. Let's see. Now Danico is here, so Eversio will win this match. He will give them the luck. So Eversio here have the full bans available to them. They will not miss another ban. There's the Ari ban this time. They learned their mistake. Zephyr will get banned out. Danico won't say anything. Alright, alright. You have things to say, Mela. That's what that means. Let's see, let's see. We have the Anivia ban. Let's see. Wukong as well banned. So this time it's gonna be Spawnpeek with blue side. So let's see here. Oh no, Spawnpeek will be... They thought that Eversio cannot ban 3, but indeed Eversio can. And this time Spawnpeek take the Orianna away since the Ahri got banned. Let's see. What's Danico telling us? Last time I said anything, Drakur's PC died. No, no, then don't say anything. Come on, Eversio, you can do it. We're all here ready to support you. To see you through it. See the Twisted Fate locked in. Sorry guys, as you can see, I am in active Textamundus. Okay. So TF Vi locked in for Eversio. Varsal is now going on Vi instead of the instead of the Zinzao. So a lot of lockdown here coming out of them, but again with that low damage mid lane, more into the oh, what's going on here? Team Spawnpeek is playing Eversio's comp, but they said we can do better, maybe. Alright, let's see what the next pick will be. I assume it's gonna be the AD carry pickup here. Let's see. Oh no, wow. Literally, Team Spawnpeek is picking Eversio's comp. Okay. But to be fair, Ornn with Vi is very strong, right? Because he can get the ult from far away, Vi goes in, and then he helps Vi with the re-engage. But holy. Alright, Eversio just go for Darius here. Classic I lost Darius game. Peak Malta. So what do we have here? The bans. We're actually keeping AD carry and support very late into the pick. I'm very curious as to why. But someone from Eversio here will have the counter matchup. See here the Zeri Haber banned as we saw it in the last time. Nami banned here from Eversio. It's ironic they banned Nami because I think Nami is very good in their comp, giving move speed to Darius, giving the extra re-engage on the Vi, but let's see. They might be thinking about Thresh in this matchup as well. Let's see. Let's see. So, what do Eversio pick here? Do we go for AD carry, leave support as last pick? I think that's a clever one. I like the smolder pick as well. It's Hido's way of saying, you know, if my team goes, goes a bit ham and they don't coordinate, they can at least stall out for me to get all my stacks and I will 1v5. Use them as bodyguards. But usually you like the Nami with the smolder, but I assume they're going for the Thresh here. Let's see. Poppy, if played in support, I think could have value in this game. Denying the Ornn ult and the Zinzao dash could be a thing. Let's see, Sivir here. We saw Sivir picked against Smolder a while ago, and he did it pretty well in that matchup. Let's see what the support picks will be. That will always be a defining factor in any bot lane. And there's the Rel, which was banned in the last match and now comes out for this one. So very interested here to see. Hello, background, my dear friend. Alright, I'm unsure what that was exactly, but it's this now. Oi oi oi, sometimes the mistakes that happen. So, the Rel pick, sorry, the Janna pickup here for Iconic. Always nice to see. Janna can deny a lot of the engage, which is what you want. Sorry guys, having a bit of a hard time. Yeah, that should be that, right? Alright, sorry about that guys. Let's see. There we go. At least we know where Eversio is. Alright, we'll fix that later. Let's talk a bit about these matchups before we get into the game. So starting off in the top lane, it's gonna be Ornn versus Aigos' Darius. I mean, I'm gonna go 90-10. You know, 90 in favor of Aigos, just decimating this Ornn and taking him to Pound Town. Meanwhile, in the jungle matchup, I mean, Xin Zhao is kind of tough for Varsal. Xin Zhao outscales, has better counter ganks if Varsal, you know, he only has one game plan with Divides to go in, and the moment he oversteps his boundary, Varsal just, the Xin Zhao can really do some damage, and he also outscales. So let's see. Next up here in the mid lane, we have the Orianna versus the Twisted Fate, and I assume Mechanics knows something we don't, as he plays both these champions, and he's the one that actually picked the Twisted Fate into this matchup. So let's see. Of course, if Orianna doesn't have flash, it's going to be easy pickings for Varsal Mechanics with the double CC click abilities. And let's see. And of course, in the bot lane, Janna Smolder versus Sivir Rel. Janna should make it unplayable for the Rel. The only option is to hit that stun, but Janna can then knock up. Of course, Sivir can walk through it thanks to her spell shield. And the Smolder doesn't really want to engage. He just wants to sit back and scale up, right? So yeah, I think Eversio once again did draft like a pretty good comp overall. The only issue I have is that the Vi can overcommit here. So Varsal can't keep his range. It's gonna be an okay pick. But if he overcommits, I mean, he's gonna fall into Orianna, Xin Zhao, Ornn, Rel. That's a lot of sticky CC to get out of. And he does get outscaled by the Xin Zhao. Same thing for the Twisted Fate. The Mechanics cannot find the early place. I think damage-wise, Eversio will be a bit lacking. Luckily though, they have the Darius, they have the Smolder. So that's a lot of damage coming out all over at least. Alright guys, what do you think? Thank you Lemon. أنا Lemon بالتكست هاي. Oi. Lemon the baddie. So what do you think guys? Who do you think has the better advantage here? Team Spawnpeek pretty much picked up Eversio's comp, but instead of going Xayah Rakan, they went Sivir Rel. I think both comps would have been fine. But here Eversio, their play is to wait for Team Spawnpeek to over-engage, and then Darius Smolder kind of clean up everything, right? So if Eversio can pull that off, we're gonna be having a pretty good time. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm gonna put it on a pause timer. We have just how much? Is it a long time? Hopefully not. Let's see. There it is. We have 2 minutes 48 spectated delay. I'll be right back, guys, as I need to go pick up my food, you know. But yeah, I'll be right back. One moment. Alright, guys. Sorry, I went to the bathroom as well. Really needed that. Was holding it in, but now I'm all ready. Let's get on into the game, as they're gonna soon log in. God bless spectator today. Voila. Let's do it. Give me the game. Where is it? Are we in? Oh, yeah. What? Alright, sorry about that. Seems like Summoner's Rift was on another monitor. Literally. So here we go. So once again, I mean, Spawnpeek's bot lane did a pretty good job. CS wise they were on par, which I think is the outlier for a good job when you're playing AC though. Let's see, Iglos in his comfort zone on the Darius in the tank matchup as well. He always does a pretty good job when he gets his champion. Now, Mechanics was very clear on picking TF second here into the Oriana matchup, but we've seen that he's not really taking these trades well, and he's even dropping CS for it. So I'm very interested to see, is it just for the Vi matchup or not? Because of course, Vi can ult and TF just ults on top of the place. And then that's a combined CC and damage. But is it worth the cost of your lane? We see Varsa getting engaged on here for the scatter. He does not get it. Meanwhile in the bot lane here, Akonic and Hido happy to trade and walk back and kite. We see a big deficit of CS here. Iglos quite ahead in the top lane. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Mechanic struggling a bit here in this matchup. But Hido in the bot lane up 11 CS currently. It's just the support pressure here in the bot lane. The Rel can't really play the game at the moment when up against the Janna. Well, the engage is there, but this should be a net positive for Eversio. These stacks are coming. We have 19 currently for Hido in the 4th minute. Iglos pop the ghost. This is a dead Ornn, or it should be. And there it is, first blood. Who would have predicted that one? Me! Haha. Ay ay ay. Iglos on the Darius, always a show. As you can see here, almost any attempt made by Spawnpeek's bot lane here is futile, thanks to the Janna disengage ability. Both bot laners have yet to recall. Currently, he does up 12 CS. Bro thinks he's Brickun. Yep, Mechanics needs some lessons, huh? Brickun, the best move speed twisted fate player in Malta, for sure. And other stuff, of course. Huh? There's the shockwave aggression onto Mechanics. The gold card is used. Does he overcommit? Xin Zhao is in the wake. But he does back off. Mechanics seems to be winning these trades. So yeah, for those that missed it as well, Eversio did get the first dragon. Let's see, let's see. We like to take things slow here. I much prefer this version of Eversio to the one that was rushing around trying to do something. Oh no, Iglos here could be in a bit of trouble. He's in a lot more than a bit of trouble. He does get shut down at the moment. And Zinzao picks up that one. Iglos up 39 CS. Just stomach that a bit. I mean, he's really doing well for himself, but this skill does put him down a tad. Let's see here, Iglos is a bit deep once again. He goes forward, so he's trying to find the pick. There's the TF ult, but I think it's just a bit too late. The ult goes through, but the damage is not there, and Iglos goes down a second time. Meanwhile, here in the bot lane, we see Varsal looking to potentially dive. We see the stacks on smaller, 67 stacks at the 9th minute. We used that Twisted Fate out defensively, but we did not get anything from it. Some of you might have missed that one, but I'm not sure about the vision here. I think Iglos is thinking that the jungler is not in top side. He died in the same spot 3 times in a row. And the lead he did have, I mean, it's pretty much... But he's still up 30 CS, right? At the very least, but... It's not really an ideal situation to be in here. But it seems like the rest of Eversio are relaxed. Calm, cool, collected. Winning slowly. Not really wanting to find big plays. We see Orianna Zinzao wrapping around though. This could be trouble for the Eversio bot side. The dragon is up and they should know something could be coming along with it. There's a flash stun here from the Rel. Guido flashes away. Varsal is here as well to respond. Iconic takes the big brunt of the damage, but no one goes down here, which is the great sight. Let's you contest this dragon. See here, Iglos gets engaged on. Will this be the time he goes down in the solo play? And it does look like the case. And there it is. The kill is picked up. Iglos not really having a good time at the moment. See here, guys. We see a bad engage here from the Rel, which does lead to a kill. Finally, Eversio on the map here. We get a kill for Mechanics. To be fair, all the action was in top lane. Zinza walking around with 3-0. Damn, that's a bit of a scary sight, isn't it? Oh no, this is not the right way to do things here. We see the Eversio engage turn disaster. With Zinzao being here, he's so strong to contest. Naglos tries to find it and he does get it. Well done to him. Oh. There he goes. Zephyr goes down. Can we get more? It's nice to see that the Vi and Twisted Fate here is actually making the work. Zinzao gets stunned. Digos is on the side as well. There's Varsal's Vi. The Twisted Fate out giving them the most important vision here. And Iglos on the back burner running away. See the big engage here. Connects alt hits 3. Iglos teleports in. He gets... Oh, he mistimes the damage. He does not have a reset. And they disengage. Thinking ahead for the dragon. Alright, the third dragon, most important here. As with this dragon we can actually get the dragon's soul and continue playing the game. So let's see how it's gonna go. 6-6 as well. We saw Eversio do a nice swing in the last game. Can we keep up the momentum? Alright. It's an interesting Twisted Fate build here from Mechanics. Got the Rod of Ages Lichbane. Hi Grantless, yes, unfortunately that's the case. A bit of miscommunication and just not working together, I think, were the main teams. Eversio had a good draft, but game 1 did not end in their favor. Let's see how it's gonna go. We use Twisted Fate out to know they're on Herald. Well, the Shockwave comes out from Zephyr clearing the wave, but Varsal and Igros are here. The Zonias is used in time for the teleport, and Bossman 10 here on the Orn is here to defend this tier 2 turret. Let's have a look at the smolder stacks. It's been a while since we've checked them. We're sitting at 208 here in the 19th minute. Drift Herald secured by the Spawnpeek. Oh no, Mechanics could be in danger here. He's surrounded from all areas. Here comes the Rel. That's a knock-up. The stun lands. There is the ult to keep him in place. And now Zephyr and Zinzao are here, and that's gonna be Mechanics going down. Luckily for Eversio, the shutdown is picked up by the Rel support. Let's see here. Oi, Mechanics comes in with the aggression. There's the ult from the Orianna. And will he be able to run away? The Zinzao is giving chase as well. This Igros on the bot side here holding his own. Somehow Hido has 250 CS in 21 minutes. Absolutely insane to think about. Igros is taking a lot of damage from this Ornn though. He forces the Ornn off the wave. Oh, there's the Ornn ult used. Does it hit? Hido forced to flash. And now the Orianna Shockwave is in availability. Zinzao is here as well. Rel is on the side, gives move speed. And Varsal uses the Q to run away, but it does connect with Hido. And there's the Shockwave. Hido gets 2. The damage is just simply insane. Hido already has his execute, for crying out loud. How does he do it? Alright, so Eversio still have hope in Hido Smolder. Let's see, and in the meantime, Mechanics casually taking the top lane tier 2. That's a lot of gold in his pocket. now Eversio. Oh, amazing shockwave by the Oriana here. Lands on 3. And Igos actually ends up going down in that play. Oh, Mechanics tries to find the gold card. Oh, here comes Smolder. What a bait by Mechanics and Hido. Alright, Mechanics on the back line. But he does end up going down. Hido trying to find more. Let's see, the dragon pressure is real. Ooh. Hido gets the last Q there onto the rel. See Varsal trying to clear his jungle, trying to get his health to a better level to contest this dragon. Hido is here. Alright, Xin Zhao goes in. There's the ult from Vi, and there's the damage. Xin Zhao goes down, Zephyr follows. It's a quick double kill for Eversio. They lose the soul, but they could get Baron off this one. It's a quick 2 kills here. Hido and Varsal nicely played together. There it is, guys, the Baron getting started and secured as well. There we go. It does force the Herald usage, or maybe just ran out of time as Xin Zhao here gonna be letting that Herald loose. Skyfall telling us to play for Smolder, and I can agree. I can for sure agree. It's not just any Smolder after all. Oh, Mechanics manages to steal away the Gromp and then dodges the W swiftly, and he will be walking away with that. .35 CS deficit here for Hido in the bot lane. And Iglos in the top lane completely 100 CS up on his counterpart Ornn. A very strong game for Iglos. We've not seen him have his pop-off moment. It's really just been Hido doing a lot of work with the damage department, but so far so good. Even Varsal having close to a perfect game at the moment. Oh, Hido gets caught by the Ornn ult. He does not have flash. Oh, guys, don't look. We also see Iglos teleporting in. He also uses his ghost. Two very important summoner spells. Mechanics was pushing in on the bot lane tier 3, but it's not worth it in the end. They need to reposition and rethink their strategy here. Without Hido, they really can't fight. Iglos might be pushing his limits here once again. And yep, it just seems like it's the case. I have no idea what he's thinking at the moment. Does he manage to run away at least? Come on, Iglos. Yes, thank God. He must have knew he'll come out. And he ran away. He's just doing it for the entertainment. It's another alt used this time on Hido. Forced to flash. And he will get away with it. Now if Eversio don't force a fight here, it might be troubling. Mechanics are gonna get ulted in by the Orianna. Mechanics forced to flash out. Here comes the damage though. Sivir is on a rampage as Varsal falls as well. Can Hido do it? He gets two. He manages to salvage this play. Meanwhile, Iglos was down, pushing on the inhibitor. Ornn has recalled, and Eversio will try their best to delay these recalls. Iglos coming in from the side, like the menace he is. Can we get more? Let's see. At least after all this combative spirits, we've gotten the Infernal Dragon. But we need to be careful now, Hido, once again without flash. He's one Ornn alt away from potentially Eversio losing the next Baron fight. And that could be quite troubling. Let's have a look at his stacks. It's been a while. He has 387 stacks at the 30th minute. Oh, Iconic and Mechanics here might be in a bit of trouble. Mechanics doesn't have flash. The damage from the TF is just a lot. Here comes the ult from Smolder. The damage is real from Hido. But can he get anyone? Oh no, the Sivir has damage as well. I'll go. Oh, that's a disaster. I don't even want to watch. It's a quadra kill for Sivir. It might just be a penta. It's a pentakill. Oh my gosh. No, guys. Is this the end of the game? It just might be. Oh no. Eversio, you had this one. Back to the drawing board, it seems. They really need to consider their downfall here. And what went wrong. I feel like the team play could be better. The communication just feels off to me in both games. GG's across the board here. Nice matches to watch. A lot of back and forth moments, but sad in the end, Eversio not picking up their win. Better luck next time, guys. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed watching these games, guys. At least you got something from them. Hopefully Eversio will be back, I believe, next Monday. Let me see. No, next Thursday. So see you in a week. We have 1 week Eversio to tighten things up, see where our problems lie and fix them. And after all, guys, I hope we can see them get those 2-0 like we saw them get last Monday. The hope is there. They just need to tighten things up a bit. So good luck. And thank you all for watching. Good night. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. See you. Good night.